How do you find it then after like a big loss like that, which when we prepare well and like you're expected to win?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? You know, when we like all the people out there that support and you're disappointed, and you know you put a lot of work into it each week. You know, I'm disappointed for you guys. I'm disappointed for the club. I'm disappointed for the efforts that we all put in. You know, and when the performance just isn't quite there. There was, you know, some good preparation last week, but there's also a little bit of disruption in terms of training. And we, you know, not having players fully fit for training disrupts things. You know, it has an effect. You like to think it doesn't, but as you know, it can do.
And is it frustrating watching and seeing that on the pitch what we've practiced we're not doing?
Yeah, and I think it frustrates you guys too, you know, and particularly afterwards when you come away like we did. We come in the next day and watched the game together, and you know, you guys got a chance to see what we were doing and also what we weren't doing, and it was a bit of a shock in some respects, wasn't it? You know, you know, I don't think everybody realised, you know, the lack of energy that we're putting in our attack. Because we're defending really well. I think everybody really put in defence, but you know, the big thing was lack of energy in attack, but also the kicking game, and you know, just tactically the difference between Bruff and Brearley, as opposed to, you know, and I'm not putting that just on our kickers and our halfbacks, because there was other parts of our game that didn't allow them to kick well as well.
And I was speaking about it to a few lads, and they reckon, that's Huddersfield's game, the wet weather. He usually reckons that's what they wanted. They wanted it raining, 'cause he said they don't lose in rain. What do you reckon to that, Bruffy?
Well, hey, when you've got one of the best kickers in the game, you know, kicking game is much more important on wet weather. Unless you do some other things, some try-scoring things amazingly well. Yeah, field position and kicking game is massive, and he's one of the best in the game at it. So there's little doubt that they look for wet weather. I live in that district, and they get a fair amount of wet weather. So it's a bit surprising it is a bit surprising, as you've seen, that they're probably sitting at where they have been in the table. They've actually played pretty well at times in most games, and they're not a bad team. It was only a matter of time till they started picking up some wins here and there, and unfortunately it was against us.
And what are you looking forward to this week with it, local derby again? Be a tough one, but
always is, particularly on that pitch, and you know, with they got some good players back, and they've come off a good win yesterday against Rochdale, and they'll have their confidence up, and there's always that rivalry. But you know, both of us have probably had a bit of mixed form since the last time we met, and you know, we're pretty determined to get some things right this week. You know, we've done a lot of fix up, if you like, already this week. So I'd like to think that we're going to put out a better performance, and you know, we need to, because they're a good team, as we've found out a few times this year by watching them.